bronchial pulmonary plexuses. So pulmonary plexus is the autonomic nerve plexus. So it consists both of the sympathetic and parasympathetic components. Okay, tell me, what does it innervate? What is this pulmonary plexus doing? What does it innervate? What kind of plexus is that? We said already? Autonomic. Okay, so what is this plexus? What does it innervate? Something till the end of your lives to know. Because if this is a cardiac plexus, it innervates the same. If this is a celiac plexus, it innervates the same. If any autonomic plexus innervates the same. Sorry?
Like the lungs itself.
And the cardiac plexus innervates the lungs too. And the celiac plexus in the abdomen innervates this too.
Like are you talking about?
I said more general.
More general?
Yeah. Because if you know this general, then you know it absolutely specific. Sorry? Carotid sinus, it's quite far from the plexus, and it doesn't, I mean, the fibers do not follow the vessels to reach the carotid. What, in general, the autonomic nerve system supplies?
Nerves.
You said that.
CNS, central nervous system.
What is it, CNS? Central nervous system?
No, maybe peripheral. Nerves.
Once again? Autonomic plexus innervates spinal cord? My God.
Real confidence.
What
Muscles?
is the, sorry?
Muscles?
Which?
Smooth?
And?
No.
Forget cardiac. In the pulmonary plexus, it doesn't innervate cardiac.
Striated?
Glands.
Glands.
For God's sake. Autonomic nervous system innervates glands and smooth muscles. Do we have smooth muscles in the lungs? I just already mentioned that we have these muscles between adjacent hyaline cartilages, or we have, for instance, these terminal bronchioles that are actually composed of the smooth muscle almost only. Where do we have glands in the bronchial tree? Shall I call Professor Leeds or what?
Well, I know we have glands because they have to make the mucus.
If you have mucus and submucus, there is no way, there are no glands there.
Well, there's
Yeah.
the submucosa of the trachea.
Yeah, definitely, but it's just it's for the entire bronchial tree as well. So whenever you have the mucosa, it must be the glands, same as in the submucosa. We must have the glands, wherever they are. You have the ureter that is invested with the mucosa. There are glands as well in the ureter. Doesn't matter that it's ureter. If you have the uterus, there are glands. If you have, because it's invested with the mucosa. There is no submucosa in the uterus, but glands are there still, etc., etc. If you have the parotid gland, then it's a gland itself, but there are lots of palatal glands, for instance, the gingival glands, lingual glands, etc., everywhere. The buccal glands, there are glands, because there is a mucosa. And what mucosa means it's a mucosa, it's wet. Something wet must be mucosa, something wet must be glands. But finally we reach the conclusion there are smooth muscles and glands. For the somatic nervous system we have skeletal muscles. And now these pulmonary plexuses consist of they are autonomic plexuses, so they consist of the sympathetic and parasympathetic components. What do they do to the lungs?
Control how quickly.
I wanted to have a straight answer. What is the sympathetic doing? What is the parasympathetic doing? Exactly. So that because the sympathetic, when influence the smooth muscles of the bronchi, dilates the bronchi, and for the lambs,
secretion.
blocks the secretion, inhibits secretion. Parasympathetic,
Opposite.
opposite. So it strings the smooth muscles and it causes
Secretion.
the glands to produce the mucus. What is actually the one of the main right now civilization sicknesses associated with these hormones?
Coronavirus.
COPD.
That's the bronchial asthma. It's bronchial asthma. What happens during bronchial asthma? Or during
They
the
constrict.
constriction and is not
Lack.
enough.
Not the lack.
And a very dense mucus is actually produced that closes these poor shrinked bronchi. So you have the wheezing, you have the episodes of losing consciousness, etc., etc. This is a really serious. This is a really problem. And where this constriction is the most in the lungs. Which? Because they consist of the smooth muscle practically. So at the terminal bronchioles, terminal bronchioles are the main target for the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So now, being medical doctors, you'll have to prescribe something to a patient to stop this shrinkage of the bronchi and the increase of the production of the mucus. So what would you like to prescribe? I'm not asking about the names. Parasympathetic blockers and or
Sympathetic.
sympathetico.
Like promoters.
Mimetics. Okay. Sympathomimetics and the parasympathetic blockers. Okay, which is better?
The sympathetic.
Blockers are better?
I
You
think.
so?
I think the sympathetic.
You think the sympathetic? So what would you prescribe? Blockers or inhibitors? Parasympathetic blocker or the sympathomimetic? So the stimulator of the sympathetic or blocker of the parasympathetic? What would you prescribe? You would like to. Okay, Diana, what would you like to prescribe? To me, if I'm sick. Yeah, I know. Pilocarpine. That's a mushroom, actually very poisonous mushroom extract that dilates the pupilla. Okay, we are talking about lungs. Yeah.
The sympathetic.
Good. Good.
The sympathetic
Look.
blockers have.
Guys, if you have two ways of action, two different ways, because blockers do different things to the stimulator, you just prescribe both. Then it multiplies the action.
So we were all half right.
And no, they do not, because they have completely different receptors. And the first thing is that you never know the mechanism of the asthma. We know all that it is caused by increase of the sensitivity of the tissue to certain agents, allergens. But you never know what kind of mechanism is that. First thing we should know, that it's maybe LD for that, but it's physiology. The main neurotransmitter for the parasympathetic nervous system is acetylcholine, and it's released almost in the same amount per day. How about the cortisol that regulates activity of the sympathetic nervous system? It's released. So the peak of cortisol is usually reached around 11 in the morning. And the moment when the cortisol balances acetylcholine is around midnight. What does it mean from a practical point of view? All tests should be taken around 11 because this is a peak of our brain activities. What means that we in anatomy are not that bad. In physiology they are, I don't know what's the time for physiology, but I heard that they do it almost at night. So they just I think they skip this rule. But the main thing is that if around midnight cortisol goes down below the level of acetylcholine, so from that moment acetylcholine starts to be dominant. And this is not a surprise to learn that if you're, working in an emergency room and you're called around that time, except for the massive accidents, around 1 to 3 a.m., this is bronchial asthmatic. Because at that time, sensitivity of the tissues is specially increased. Okay, you are trying to suggest that
Thank you.
that within the pulmonary plexus has a sensory component. Well, agree, but this is not so-called somatosensory, so it does not carry information with respect to the superficial sensation, pain, temperature, proprioception, etc. But this is rather a system of sensory nerve fibers that are able to dictate breathing, maybe not breathing rate, but it's mostly the volume of the air that we can inspire or exhale, inhale or exhale. So this is mostly so-called volumetric. We can assess that we are not able to breathe more, or we cannot exhale more of you. Now, which part of the lung is sensitive to pain?
To what?
Yes. That's right. Yeah, that's it. what is that?
The external surface of it.
That's a pleura. It's a parietal pleura. So when you see the lung, that's a lung. This is the root of the lung. In the outside, the lung is covered by the visceral pleura. So this is visceral pleura. This white line is the visceral pleura, or the pulmonary pleura. And externally we have this pleural cavity, and the most external, this yellow line is the parietal pleura. What parietal means? I know we have the parietal bone, but what is parias in Latin?
Side?
Yeah.
Almost. It's a wall. Just wall. Just wall. Wall. That's a wall. So parias is a wall. So this is this layer, of the serous membrane that is very next to the wall of the chest, because this is the mediastinal pleura. This is the diaphragmatic pleura. This is so-called pleural dome, and this is the costal. That's a costal pleura. Costal, diaphragmatic. This is the mediastinal. And this is dome of pleura. So this yellow, the most external, is sensitive to pain. These three, pleural dome, mediastinal, and diaphragmatic, are supplied by the phrenic nerves, while these costal are supplied by intercostal nerves. So when the lung is painful, or rather when it becomes painful. True. I was mostly, I presented more general, means when anything, trauma, neoplasm, inflammation affects parietal pleura. So when it involves the parietal pleura, that means both actually the wound, the fracture of the rib, neoplasmatic process, a cancer. Whenever it reaches the parietal pleura, then it may become painful. How far is the apex of the lung? I mean, where is it located? Where? You know something about the anatomy. I hope to. You may tell me. Just look at the skeleton and tell me where is the apex of the lung.
In between the first and second? Rib?
Where is here?
No. She said second and clavicle. Like in between the first and second?
Directly in this plane?
It's
Below?
one below.
Far below?
No. In
Between the first and
It's
the pelvis.
satisfied. It's 3-4 centimeters above the first rib.
What?
So it goes into the neck. I have seen, well, I started my adventure with medicine from trauma surgery. Then actually the hospital was closed and I actually ended not knowing actually what I wanted to do. So that's probably because I became a gynecologist. But actually the first thing is I've learned in the emergency duties actually that when you have a patient with a deep penetrating, even very narrow wound in the root of the neck, you have to do the X-ray picture to check if the lung is not collapsed. I've seen it twice in my life. There were some family conflicts, they solved using different instruments. like such a narrow pins.
Nice family.
People discuss these.
Cold soul discussion.
So 3 to 4 centimeters above the first rib?
3-4 centimeters above the ground.
But it's not gonna fun. It's basically a gathering of people with the same blood type.
Basically.
So it's worth to know that here in the root of the neck we have this lung. That's the lung apex, and it may be injured here in this location. Okay. Well, I experienced many different things, and that is like that very much actually. In fact, it was